Teach us how to love each other. Lift us to the joy divine. Thank you. And thank you, Carol. Oh, I love Thanksgiving. I love this time of year. Gratitude. And I was honored to have 4 congregants agree to share their wisdom on gratitude. So we'll be experiencing that this morning. But I wanted to start with our co-founder, Charles Fillmore. He simply states here, it has been found by experience that a person increases his blessings by being grateful for what he has. Or it has been found by experience that a person increases her blessings by being grateful for what she has. It makes a difference, doesn't it? Yeah, but it is our guide to blessing. Who wants more blessing in their life? Okay, sounds like most of you do. Well, gratitude's our key. And it's good to have the right key to open the door, isn't it? If you don't have the right key, it just doesn't work. Well, gratitude always works. And from Scripture, 1 Thessalonians, this morning, that's a tough one to say, chapter 5, verse 16 to 18. Rejoice always, pray constantly, and give thanks in all circumstances. That's really easy when what's in front of us is something we love and cherish, isn't it? The work comes when we are grateful for everything, even for the mess, even for the chaos or the disappointment. And that's the spiritual journey. That's why this truth of gratitude is based in our spiritual journey. And the inward work of gratitude is so important that we're having a whole day to talk about it. Let's see what John Bergman has to say about it.
Living in the United States and, the luxury and the freedom that we have here, we really take it for granted, and it's easy to do because it's part of our everyday life. That's one big thing. And another that I'm really grateful for is family and friends. And the thing that I like, the old saying, is that friends are the family that you choose. And it's just really so true. And then, I think the last thing is this unity community here. The camaraderie, the social interaction, and it's really welcoming and helpful, and you have the feeling of belonging here. And then the New Thought teachings are, of the Fillmores are just fantastic. And I think probably the last thing is we have a huge opportunity for spiritual growth here. And with those things in mind, I think, we are really blessed.
I couldn't agree with John more. Let's give him, yes, thank you, John. Here, in this wonderful nation, we are blessed with incredible luxury. Hot and cold running water that's safe, good roads most of the time, really incredible technicians who are building major road construction while the highway is still open. I think that's amazing. But we are in a country where freedom is one of our foundations. And freedom gives us the ability to choose. That's beautiful. And friends, I love that we have friendship and community and family and the essence of connection. Because throughout human history, one thing that's common in every culture, in prehistoric culture, is humans have gathered with the tribe. They've found other people to be with, to laugh with, to enjoy life with, or to survive with. And here in Unity, we are so blessed by the classes and the metaphysical understanding that allows us to inform individually for each of us what it is we want, where we're going, and how we want to do it. Yes? It really is a blessing. And it's all based on the wonderful foundation that Myrtle and Charles Fillmore started this movement in the late 1800s. It is a blessing, and we have much to learn from each other. As we've just learned from John, let's see what we can learn from Kathy Coulihan.
You know, sometimes I have to stop and remind myself that, hey, I just got a car and my house is nice, sloppy but nice, but I have to remind myself to be grateful for what I have. You kind of get something and then you get used to it. But the more I've thought about it, I think I'm most grateful for my journey here, from here. I was involved with this church way back before we were ever in this building. And just today, at the end of the service, I was sitting there thinking, realizing who I was then and who I am now is something to truly be grateful for. So I'm really, really happy for the growth I've had, the books I've read, the classes I'm taking here right now. So I think my spiritual journey is the thing I'm telling you in church today that I'm most grateful for. My life is an adventure. It always has been. And for that, I'm also grateful.
Yes. There is so much that's so easy to take for granted. And if we can stop and be fully present, like right now, what are you grateful for? Anyone? Taking a deep breath. Anyone else? Health. Yes. Anyone else?
The surgery went well, so that's how we grateful.
Beautiful. Libby's surgery went well. Yes. Very good. Anyone else? Yes, Kathy. Healing, yes. It happens. And what Kathy brought forth is the value of our journey. All of us have been through an amazing life journey, yes? And it hasn't always been easy. The great Buddha said, life is hard. I agree. It can be really hard. It can also be so joyous and so normal or sedate or peaceful. There's healing, there's balance, there's imbalance. There's so much in our lives. And as we honor our journey and open ourselves to being grateful, because every single experience that's happened before this moment in your life got you to where you are today. Thank you, life. Let's say, thank you, life. Thank you, life. Yes. And that's a place to start, a place to be in gratitude and allow those blessings to expand the experience. Because that's one of the things that happens with gratitude. What we focus on in thankfulness, in gratefulness, in thanks, expands. So if we start thinking about really great moments in our life, we remember other great moments in our life, or moments that relate, or, oh, I had fun with them on that trip, but I also had fun with them just sitting around the living room laughing. It's so good. Let's see what Candace has to say about this.
Every time I get in the shower and turn the water on, I think about the people that were freed from the concentration camps who weren't able to take showers, and when they were freed were only able to take cold showers. People who are unable nowadays even to take showers, homeless people or immigrants. And I am so grateful that I have a shower available anytime I want it and whatever water temperature I want. And I don't take it for granted. And every night when I get into bed and pull the covers back and get in between sheets, I give thanks that I'm lucky enough to have a bed that I can sleep in with sheets and don't have to worry about it. Well, those are things that I wouldn't say standing around the Thanksgiving table, saying things I'm thankful for, or counting my blessings in my morning devotion. But every night, and when I take a shower, every time those come to mind, I'm so grateful. And this week it came to me that I'm contemporary with the Beatles. And I'm really grateful to have lived a life with the Beatles. And with reincarnation, I just may get to hear their music the next time around. That's what I'm grateful for.
It's so true. And what she brings up is that the value we can have by seeing how blessed we are in comparison to others who have not that advantage. We do live in lavish luxury, and if you go to poorer countries, third world countries, there's a lot less available. And it's a blessing when we can acknowledge our wonderful life and remember and not take for granted the simple joys and benefits of comfort that we have around us. Also, she brings to light, now Candace loves the Beatles. She's got an entire room dedicated to Beatles memorabilia. In fact, you could step into the room and like step back and all of a sudden you're in the 60s. It's the time machine. You just step in and all of a sudden you're young again. It's really good. So each of us have those things we just love. It could be a writer, it could be a filmmaker, it could be a cook, it could be music, it could be anything. It could even be working in the garden or having a pet. Those wonderful experiences that always bring us joy. Who's got some of those examples they want to share? Yes, Susanna.
I have a dog, and she's not very ladylike, but when she is in full relaxed mode, she's on her back with her legs open and her little pink belly, and every time It cracks me up. It brings me joy.
The joy of the dog just hanging out. Beautiful. Anyone else? Yes.
I have a fluffy white cat that comes and sleeps in my bed in the middle of the night and purrs, and it's just so comfortable. It's something I really look forward to now, even though he wakes me up.
Well, it's whenever we sleep with other people, when they get in and out of bed, it often wakes us up. That's beautiful. Kitty. Yes.
Falling off the boat to go scuba diving.
Oh, the ocean. Yes, how wonderful. Yes.
Nature.
Nature, yes.
Nothing more being grateful when you are in front of this majestic, colorful fall or anything that's just so majestic. The falls. I'm trying to think of. I was recently in Iguazu Falls in Brazil.
Yes.
I just tears were rolling down my eyes. Grateful.
Beautiful. Notes of nature, waterfalls, and the autumn colors and everything.
The trees which absorb carbon dioxide.
Yes.
So we don't have to.
Yes.
Yes. So we don't have to. It wouldn't get done if we had to do it. We keep putting it off and putting it off, and they just do it. Do it. Do it. Yes. Yeah.
Waves.
Yay.
Waves.
I was a little kind of a surfer when I was young. And I still have a bodyboard. Pete loves to watch me get out there. I just love to ride the waves.
Yeah.
Riding the wave. Beautiful.
Behind our house, we have axis deer that come up periodically. And this time of year, the axis deer are very active. And no matter what we're doing, the three of us will jump and go to the windows like little kids watching the axis deer because they're just majestic. They are gorgeous.
This is the blessing of life. There's all these things. Yes. Just music. Just music. Is there ever just music? Music! Is there anyone else who really loves music? Yeah, that's not just music. It's pretty foundational. This is another place where we can really celebrate our life, to appreciate those things that we love the best. Now, for some people, Beatles might just be, oh, Beatles. But to Kansas, the Beatles! And to each of us, we have our own. Now, Owen doesn't like the water at all. He likes to look at it, but not be in it. I'm home when I'm in the water. That's home. Well, let's hear what Christopher Dean has to say.
I think the thing that I'm most grateful for this year is my own power, my power of determination and the strength behind that. I have a lot of goals that I want to achieve, that I've wanted to achieve and will achieve. And taking a moment just to ponder what I'm grateful for, that was the instant thing that came up. I really give all my determination to God, and in turn that rewards me with all of the things that I could ever ask for and more. I reach my goals and beyond. So, determination this year. I want to say that this time period is not only the time to be grateful, but to remember your gratitude throughout the year. I do that extensively through journaling. I like the practice of 10 things in the morning that you love and 10 things at night that you're grateful for. That practice has kept me in the mindset of remembering God in every accomplishment and every goal achieved, and reminding me of my own strength within.
It is having that commitment and determination towards what we want. I know that each of us has goals and visions. It doesn't matter how young or old we are. we still have goals we want. It might just want more peace, or more space, or more time with dogs, right? Yeah. Because it informs the universe what we want. What we imagine, what we believe, what we say creates our experience. And we've got feeling behind it and passion behind it with our determination. It's just saying, okay, universe, give it to me. That's a lot to be grateful for. And yes, this is a season to be grateful. But let's take Christopher's advice and let's apply this same gratitude every day of our life. Let's let it be a foundation of our spiritual journey and of our life journey to allow the many blessings, because as we know, Charles Fillmore said, as we focus on our blessings, we have a life greater than ever. Does that sound good? So we're going to reintroduce that personal exploration. This came from Louise Hay, and I offered it a while back. But since Christopher practiced this, and it is such a blessing when we do this, is start each day and list 10 things that you love. And end each day by listing 10 things you're grateful for. This means that at least before you go to sleep at night, you'll experience some gratitude, even if you haven't experienced gratitude all day long. I challenge you to experience gratitude all day long and see if you can still list 10 things at the end of the day. And opening ourselves to love gives us that blessing of what we love. And it can be for the simple joys, the air we breathe, for the ice water we drink, or it could be the amazing blessing we have by a community that everywhere I go, everyone is warm and friendly. And that's my experience. Every single person I meet. That's a blessing, and I'm very grateful for it. So the journey is yours. This is your spiritual journey for gratitude, and I hope you'll join me in expanding gratitude in your life. Thank you.